talk right now about what's going on with Twitter. Yeah, millions and millions and millions of people don't go anywhere near Twitter. Indeed, billions don't. Social media, like, of course, Facebook, are much more used by people on a daily basis, but the few hundred million who are on Twitter can be highly influential in terms of deciding what happens in our politics. Elon Musk, the world's richest man, had planned to buy the social media business. He'd planned to spend $44 billion on it. But now he says, well, unless they can prove that the platform has less than 5% spam accounts, then he's not going to go ahead with the deal. Let's talk about this with Guy Cocker. He's editor-in-chief at Maximum PC magazine. Good morning to you, Guy.
Morning, Julian.
Thanks so much for joining us. He'd already started expressing some concern about this, and this 5% figure comes from official documents actually issued by Twitter about the number of accounts, because there are fake accounts on every social media platform, but there's been a lot of concern that Twitter can be used by often foreign governments, particular, to actually completely, bots and spam everywhere, and there's a concern that it's a lot more than 5% on Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, this whole saga is like EastEnders for tech fans. It's just it's just an ongoing drama because Elon Musk is the kind of clown prince of tech and the business world. He sort of flip-flops around, doesn't really care about like the Federal Trade Commission in the US when they fine him. He just sort of does what he wants. And so the latest thing he said is that he's willing to walk away from this deal if what Twitter says, which is that less than 5% of its users are bots or fake accounts or AI-driven accounts. I think there is some doubt. I'm going to sort of walk around it because there's a legal implication around it, but I think there is some doubt, some legitimate doubt, that it is only 5% of accounts on Twitter. I mean, if anyone's been on Twitter, you sort of know there are lots of spammy bot accounts. I'm sure you get loads.
I'm certainly aware of the certain accounts that tackled me on Brexit, but also particularly, certainly on lockdown, and recently, brand new, and a lot of people I know, like me, have been campaigning against lockdowns. It's amazing how many accounts suddenly have just sprung up in the last month or two. Sometimes they've sprung up within a day or two, and they start again, spamming me and other campaigners. And they don't even pretend to look like real accounts. What I can't work out is, what's the point of them? Why are they there? And who's behind them? Because a lot of people suggest that actually some of these are, I think, foreign governments trying to influence government policy.
Yeah, I mean, it's anyone. I mean, these social media platforms are the way that people communicate and gain attention. It's the attention economy, and that's really important. That drives revenue, that drives political influence, that drives a lot of things. So there's a lot of bad actors out there that will use these platforms in order to maybe try and scam you with a Bitcoin scam, or will try and influence you in some way when it sees you speaking about a particular topic. I think that the thing with Elon Musk, and the interesting thing is that he's offered whatever it was, I think around $53 per share to buy Twitter, and in the meantime, the entire tech market has kind of tanked along with the rest of the Nasdaq, the US tech index, and Twitter in the meantime has become less valuable. So actually, what I really think this is about him. He's a billionaire, he's one of the richest people on earth. But still, he cares about money. You don't get rich without caring about money. So I think what he's actually doing here is he wants to get a better deal out of this, and he knows that Twitter is in a bit of a shambles at the moment. The current CEO is a guy called Parag Agrawal. He doesn't seem to know what he's doing. He's firing people left, right, and centre. And I think as a businessman, he sees Twitter as weak at the moment. I think he thinks he can get a better deal out of it, and he probably can. He probably can get a better share price. The share price right now has gone back down to the levels that it was before Musk announced his involvement in the company. And again, he bought around 10% of the company without declaring it, which is, again, illegal in the US. He'll take the slap on the wrist and pay the fine. But, this whole saga has been, I'm a major shareholder now. I own about 10% of the company. Yeah. So Twitter invites him to the board, and then the board, he goes, no, actually, I'm not interested in that. And then about a week later, he goes, right, I'm just going to buy the whole company.
Yeah. This is just him with his train set, isn't he? I mean, he can just do whatever he wants. Yeah, absolutely fascinating. So, we'll wait and see what happens, whether he's trying to get out of it or to get a better price, or just exposing, actually, not, if it is the case there are more than 5%. Again, we don't know. They official documents say they weren't. That does have massive implications for what is going on that social media site. Thank you so much. Really good to talk to you. Guy Cocker, editor-in-chief at Maximum PC magazine.